Let's go straight to business now. The Nigerian Exchange Limited lost 313 billion naira, dropping to 29.915 trillion naira in its market capitalization less than a month after reaching a market value of 30 trillion naira, a decrease of 1.04%. The all-share index declined of 574.59 basis points to close at 54.915.61 in percentage terms. In terms of exchanges, a total of 137,286,570 volume of shares worth 1.509 billion naira were traded in 3,489 deals on the exchange. The bearish trend has persisted in the equities market since Monday as investors continue to suffer losses. However, the recorded loss of 313 billion naira has been the biggest for the week. Joining me on News Central now is Aziz Lawal, MD, Trust Bank Assets Management Limited. Good to see you on a Monday morning, Aziz. Thanks for being here.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
All right, let's go straight into it. The NGX closed bearish on Friday as all-share index declined by 574.59 basis points to close at 54.915.61, while market cap lost 313 billion naira to actually close at 29.915 trillion naira. Well, looking at all these sums and the number, putting everything together, just let us know what led to this, by the way.
Sorry. So thank you for that question. Largely last week, the market was very bearish, actually. The only gain we saw last week was on Friday. But generally, week on week, we can say the market was bearish and it lost, like you rightly said. The major drivers of that loss were majorly banks. We also saw Girigu. So, but what specifically drove that loss is the fact that we've seen in the last 2 weeks, consistent and persistent profit taking by market players. Profit taking basically means you bought a stock at a lower price and now the price has gone up. You sell to take your profit home. So that was what we saw last week, and largely driven by profit taking in banks. And like I mentioned, Access Bank, Zenith Bank, UBA. We also saw Girigu also lost significantly, including First Bank as well. Yeah, thank you.
Nigerian bonds exposed to the is the Nigerian bonds exposed to the collapse of some banks in the US and Europe? I mean, we did see what happened in the US and so on and so forth.
Yeah, thank you for that question. I'm sure you're referring to the case of the Silicon Valley Bank, and apparently Credit Suisse too is distressed. Yeah, for Nigeria to be affected, it would have been a case of, okay, maybe we have a Nigerian bank that has a significant significant investment in those banks, or is exposed to the kind of securities that they are exposed to. But that's not the case in Nigeria. So specifically, we don't have any bank that is exposed to that collapse, particularly for SVB.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Aziz Lawal, for talking to us. Always a pleasure to have you on a Monday morning.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Thank you.